I'm back again with some more Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania 4. Do you think they should have just called it Castlevania 4 instead of Super? Everything had to be Super. Or like with Nintendo 64 games, it was... Everything had to have 64. Robotron 64, whatever. Anyway, let's play through Super Castlevania 4. For the Super Nintendo. Everything's super. How many times can we say super during the stream? Icy Bonbo, thank you very much for the sub. About 90% of the Super Nintendo games have super in the title. Seriously, there's... So, I have an EverDrive, right? And any of the folders, you go to like load them up and it's fine, just loads instantly. But when you get to the letter S, it takes the EverDrive like a minute to open the S folder because every game, not every game, but so many games are super this and super that. Anyway, I've done like Let's Plays of this before, but I wanted to have a stream of it on my channel. I kind of would like to have a clean run, relatively. One thing that a lot of people don't like about Castlevania, a lot of times with the older Castlevania games, is that they have knockback. You know? But this game has it too. I think it's maybe a little bit more forgiving in this game than some of the other ones. Like, say you're playing Castlevania Chronicles or something on original mode. I think that's like more difficult knockback. But knockback is part of what makes Castlevania Castlevania. I think that's part of the challenge. And I think it's like realistic because let's say there's a knight in front of you and he punches you or hits you with an axe or something. You're gonna get hit and you're gonna fall back. So I understand why there's, you know, fall back. Or when you're playing a game and you have like a shotgun and the shotgun like pushes you back. It's like realistic. So it's like I always felt like the knockback should be there, personally. And like I said, I think it's just part of the challenge of playing Castlevania. So some of the other Castlevania games that don't have it, you know, I'm not really about that. I want there to be the knockback. It's like Captain Kirk says in Star Trek V, I need my pain. It's part of the experience. Like, you have to have it. There's got to be some kind of challenge to it, right? And speaking of challenge, what I wanted to ask you guys is, so like Castlevania 4, would you say it's fair to say that this is the easiest Castlevania game? Is there one out there that's easier? I know Castlevania Symphony of the Night, you could just grind to win, basically. So you could argue that Symphony of the Night could be the easiest, you know, if you grind too much. But like outside of that, I feel like this is the easiest Castlevania game. Especially considering they give you, you know, this ability with the whip to be able to, you know, be like, oh, the skeleton's throwing stuff at me. Well, I can just do this, you know? Whereas if it's an old school Castlevania game, you gotta be more accurate with your whip because it can only whip forward, like in Castlevania 1. So I find that to be more skilly, if that's a term, skilly. Because it limits you, right? But then you got to be more accurate. So I feel like it makes it more difficult, and I like that about it. And that's the way Castlevania 1 was. You know? So I always felt like, well, if that's the way Castlevania 1 is, that's what the game is, you know? You gotta have your knockback, and you gotta have your, you know, you gotta have your whip that just does that, instead of being able to whip in every direction. I think when you're fighting enemies, it makes the game easier. Now, there's certain sections of the game where you're, like, jumping on platforms and stuff. Like, later in the game, there's a whole area that's kind of tough with the spikes, and you're jumping on platforms. That has nothing to do with the whip at all. You know, and that's a challenging section. But throughout most of the game, you're fighting enemies. And when you can hit the enemy from 100 different directions, 8 different directions, as opposed to one direction straight forward, I think that makes the game a lot easier. That's my thought on it, but I'd like to know, honestly, what you guys think about it. And let's see what everybody has to say. Oh my god, and I got a raid. Zofar, thank you very much for the raid. Sorry, I was deep into my Castlevania talk. Toonami Demon, thanks for the sub. And Pixelated Travesty, also, thank you very much for that. But in real life, you can whip in all directions, so it is more accurate. Right. And I agree with that. Like, sure, in real life, you know, you have a whip, you can just whip in any direction. Actually, if you want a game that has even more directions than this game, that Indiana Jones game on Sega Genesis, you really can whip in every direction in that. In this game, it's 8 directions, you know? You can do 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's the 8 directional whip. You play that Indiana Jones game, and it's true freedom, you know, where you can, you know, whip in every direction, literally like 360 degrees in that Indiana Jones game. But yeah, like the original Castlevania limits you to just like the forward whip, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that makes it to where you have to be more accurate, because you can only whip forward, and I think that makes it more challenging, and I like that about it. You know, Castlevania 1, 3, and any of the ones that are like that. So it is true that it would be more realistic to whip in more directions, but it's a video game, so it's like, we're going to start talking about realism. It's like, okay, well, there's no skeletons that exist, that, you know, it's like... Makes sub-weapons less useful. The cross is still amazing. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, like, let's say Castlevania 1 or 3, it's like you really got to rely on those sub-weapons. Where here, it's like, you know, if you can whip in more directions, you don't have to worry quite as much about the sub-weapons. I mean, still important. I wouldn't say that they're not important in this game. I think they still are. But I would say that the sub-weapons are more important in the NES games, because of the fact that your whip, because of the fact that your whip is limited, it makes those, you know, other sub-weapons that much more important. And I like that too. You know? It's like when you're playing like Mega Man, I don't like when there's a weapon that's overpowered. I guess that's the thing. It's like this whip is kind of overpowered in comparison. And then you can also do this kind of stuff, which is like, you know, so you can stand here, you can just do this, right? And kill the guy. It's like, and then the guy's dead. Like, where was the challenge in that? There is, you know, it's like there is not. I'm just standing here doing this. Like, anybody could do that, you know? But if you have to do that, It's like a little bit more, you gotta be more accurate with it. Anyway, that's my thoughts on all that. But I want to know your guys' thoughts on all this. I find it's more like I find this game to be more impressive in like the graphics and music department. You know, I mean, it looks really nice and the music's really good. You know, so I think that's where it's strongest. But even that said, if I'm gonna talk about graphics, I think I prefer like the graphics of like Rondo of Blood more. I think that style is as good as it really ever got with Castlevania. I'd like to replay Rondo of Blood again. I mean, I've already done it before. I think more than once. I love that game. That might be my favorite Castlevania. That we talk about like favorite Castlevania games. Mine's probably Rondo of Blood. If it's not that, it's probably one of the NES games or something. I also like the Genesis game a lot. So I know people like to give their like Mega Man order list of like what your favorite like Mega Man is. But as far as Castlevania goes, it's probably like a toss up between Castlevania 3 and Rondo of Blood for me for favorites. Also there's Chronicles, and I really like Chronicles too. So it's like those three are like the top for me, I think. And a lot of people like Symphony of the Night, and that's cool too. I'm not gonna say that I don't like Symphony of the Night, but it's the whole it's a very different game. As you know, it's like Metroidvania. It's just sort of its own thing. I wish I had the cross. Because I don't think this weapon works on Medusa. But the fact that you can grind is what gets me with that. With Symphony of the Night. I wish they would make a Symphony of the Night game where you just can't grind. But then it wouldn't be like an RPG type of thing. So it's like, I guess that takes away what the game is. So it doesn't really make sense. But I like a lot of the moves you can do in Symphony of the Night. It's like if you're Richter, right? You can do like that slide and all that stuff. Like all that's really cool. You all the different moves you get. One of these days, maybe if I get in the mood, I'll do Symphony of the Night. It's like you guys have seen me stream like Final Fantasy 3 and stuff like that. So like once in a while, I get in the mood for more of a like RPG type of thing. So like I'm not beyond playing Symphony of the Night. It's just not my favorite. I'd rather replay Rondo of Blood again. That's what happens. It's like I'm always like, I could do Symphony of the Night, but I could replay Rondo again, and then I just choose that because I was just like I like that better. So I like all of them though. It's just kind of like choosing one good thing over another. They're all good, pretty much. I might be the only person that would ever say this, but I even gained an appreciation for Haunted Castle. And I know, like, that I'm probably completely alone on that, because everybody hates that game. But I beat that game, and once you, like, learn the little, wonky, finicky things about it, it's like, I still enjoyed it. Like, I think I like all the Castlevania games in one way or the other. They got their good things about them, their bad things about them, but it's all good. Metroidvania is its own kind of thing and needs to exist too. Yeah, no, I agree. It's a totally different type of game. You were watching an old stream of Mike playing Cuphead on YouTube. Oh my god, that was like super long time ago. I ever played Half-Life? I played it on stream. I beat it. there was areas of Half-Life that I really liked a lot, and I liked the gravity gun and all that. But there was some other stuff that I didn't care for, so it's like it was a little bit of a mixed bag for me. It had this like area in the game where you're like you go into this room and you're talking to people at like computers, and it's just like I don't know. I felt like that slowed it down. It's not like it went on that long, but it's probably like this 10-minute part where you're just like in this room clicking on like computers and stuff, and I'm just like I could have done without that part. But I like that game for the most part though. Story was like really weird. But it was fun. The combat and like gameplay itself was really fun. There was like a lot of that game where you're like riding around on like a hovercraft thing. It's one of the things I remember most about that game. I'm not like as into. I know like some people like really love that game, and I thought it was alright. I think like I didn't play it back in the day. I used to play a lot of PC games, but I didn't play that one. So I think if I would have had some nostalgia for it, maybe that would help a bit, but I don't have any nostalgia for it. Like I played it in the last few years, like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. And it was all right. Like I mostly liked it. Remember the crowbar? I like the crowbar. Actually. I remember I used the crowbar a lot. It was fun. I like to smash shit with it. Thoughts on the new Cobra Kai Season 6 trailer and the new release schedule? Usually those seasons are like something like 8 episodes, it seemed to be, but this one's 15 episodes. But I mean, I guess if you're gonna like end the series, you know, I can understand them doing more to be able to like wrap up all the different there's a lot of characters on that show. So I actually think that that's probably a good thing that there's a lot of episodes left, because if you're gonna like give each character time, like the time each character deserves to kind of be like closed out, and what happens with this person or what happens with that person, I think you probably need a lot of episodes. I was a little surprised that it was going to be 15 instead of like 8 episodes, but I think that that's probably a good thing. Probably. Oop. Would have been nice if it would have jumped. Hit the button, so. Are you gonna jump this time? See what I mean about that too? It's like there was knockback, but it's not that bad. Like it pushes you back a little bit, but a lot of times it doesn't kill you. Where with some of the other games you get hit and then like it really sends you far back. It's like a more subdued knockback in this. And I like the idea when the knockback kills you. I'm like that with it. I like it to be more punishing, because it's like, okay, if it knocks you off, then there you go. You have to do the whole level again. And if you do the whole level again, then it's like, okay, you got to make it through the entire section. Instead of like, okay, like here, it just knocks you back a little bit and then you keep going. It's more forgiving. I would rather it kill me and then I have to get through the whole level, because then you become more of a perfectionist on the level. Like you have to know the ins and outs, like exactly. As opposed to like, you just get hit a little bit and it's like, oh, I made it anyway. I like that sort of like having to master the levels and no, like, you know, the way the NES games are. It's like, if you get hit by a hunchback, you know, and you're on a platform, like, you're probably done, you know, unless you get, like, lucky. And I feel like that makes the old games exciting, you know, or at least it is for me. Like, everything has to be really accurate. And another thing is, like, how about, like, the energy bar in this game? Look at this. Like, I got hit by something, and, like, there's only 2 energy bars down. You get hit in Castlevania 1, that's 1/4 of your energy bar. Every time you get hit, it's 1/4 of your energy bar. So you can only get hit 4 times. And then that's it, you're dead. It's very punishing. But that's what I expect out of Castlevania. I expect it to be. I want it to be punishing. You know, it's Castlevania. You're supposed to be fighting the Lord of Darkness and all this stuff. It should be punishing. The Lord of Darkness. You guys all refer to Dracula as the Lord of Darkness. The Lord of Darkness, my savior, Vlad. Light Belmont, thank you very much for the sub. Mike, you are the Lord of Darkness. I mean, that's true. The ladies call him the Impaler. You refer to him as Count Chocula. Oh. That works too. I'm down. There you go, a Castlevania mod that's based on the cereal. You have to fight Booberry. Oh, the fish. Alright. Alright, Fishman. Mr. Fishman. Doot, 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 doot. I want the times 2. You know what I don't know about this game? Does it work like Castlevania 1, where if I keep using the sub-weapon on the candles, let's say this would be 2. Let's make that go away. 3. I thought that was a platform there. Let's try that again. Some of the things that are in the background, you can't tell if they're platforms or not. On occasion. Alright, so would this be the first one? 1, 2. Oh, and then I did that. That drive you crazy. Now it's like it doesn't matter. Oh, swing on it more. It wants you to, like, go back and forth and get the momentum. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep pushing forward. Like it's a Ninja Gaiden. But they want you to, like, swing back and forth. I want to swing back and forth. gonna make sure I don't get the knife. Go away. Oh. Hey, that was like... I feel like I only hit a couple things there. So wait, is it less in this game? Here, they want you to do this. And I wasn't doing it. Oops. These fish are annoying. Mermen. So that's one. We're gonna see how many it is. I'm gonna figure this out because I know this very well in like the NES Castlevania games. It's 10 candles in that. But this one it seems like is it 5? No, they didn't give it to me. All right, I'm gonna keep moving. You gotta keep moving there. There. That's only ×2 though. I want to see this ×3. Music sounds like background music to like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. When you're going to like the neighborhood of make-believe or something. Like the last music you expect to hear in this game. Oh, come on. I gotta like jump immediately. That's a little finicky stuff I don't know yet. They want you to keep moving on a lot of this. Like this. It's like you have to go immediately. I hate losing that. I don't want to lose my thing. See, you can do this. This is where it feels cheap. What chance did that guy ever have to hit me? None. Like, you would never be able to do that in, like, Dracula's Curse. And then like that, you know. And it keeps grabbing on that. It's, like, so annoying. Alright, I'll just keep going. And then what? I'm gonna get him from the back. This is, like, such an unfair fight. I feel bad for the Bone Daddy. Poor Bone Daddy. It's like Kenny G. Like, am I wrong? Does this not seem like... Shouldn't it be like... That'd be the NES game. Here we go. Now this music sounds more Castlevania-y. Wait for the boss to come out. I think there's like a lot of frame like lag on this fight. Doesn't it seem like it? Oh. There you go. Oh, I gotta do the whole thing again. Now I just want to start over. What stage is this? Like 3? Let's do that. Let's start over. That's where I'm at. Now I know the finicky things. I remember there was a stage later on. It's like you're in like a dungeon or something, and there was like a lot of like little wonky things you gotta know. I don't think I put any name in. Do I want to hear a joke? Maybe I want to hear a joke. What's the joke? Yeah, rather laggy. Music lets you chill and enjoy nice-looking Castlevania games. Stop and smell the flowers. No, I want to decapitate Dracula. I don't need to smell any flowers. I want some like intense music. And I want to have an axe and I want to chop Dracula's head off. Dangolin Pangolin, thank you very much for gifting us up to Armas. And then smell the corpse. Yeah. You can hit consecutive enemies too, not just the candles to get the multiplier. Oh, so in the NES games, is it just the candles in that? I feel like it's just the candles in the NES games. Maybe it's different. I could be wrong. I don't know. This song I like. Dun, dun. So if I go back, let's see what this. Oh, it's just like, I was hoping for a sub weapon. Going between the backgrounds is cool. How about this? Like, what's that? Oh, just a heart. That's gonna be my playthrough. I'm gonna see if I can whip every candle in Castlevania IV. I like the little glowy eyes. How about that for a stream? We must whip every candle. I wonder if it's possible. Probably be better off if I did that. I tell you what, let's see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was gonna say, I think it lasts a little bit longer than the NES invisible thing, but like not much. So, I want to see what's down here. I don't care. Nothing. Yeah, but basically that's my main question. I just want to know if you guys also feel like this is the easiest Castlevania game. That's my main question for the audience today about the game. And if there is, if you do think that there's an easier Castlevania game, what is it and why? because I wonder. Well, maybe there's that pay to win one. Right? Isn't what the hell one is that? It's like one of the newer ones. I guess it would be that. Actually, it doesn't count though. I'm talking about like real Castlevania. The Famicom Dracula game. Oh, you mean like Kid Dracula? I guess you could count that. You know, I didn't think about that. Cheddar Goblin, thank you very much for the sub. DT Freaky says, Mike, I'm stupid and poor. Oh yeah? Symphony of the Night, because you can outlevel everything. That's fair. I would probably agree with that, to be honest with you. Castlevania 2. If you know what you're doing and you know where to go, then yeah. But if you don't know, well, let's say you didn't know about kneeling down when the tornado comes, you know, and you didn't have a guide or anything. Some of that stuff is so cryptic. It's like, how would you figure it out? So it depends how you look at it. In some regards, it could be the most difficult, because like you might never figure that out on your own, to kneel while having a crystal selected and all that. It's like, how are you supposed to know that? You talk about like, because like, you could also say that same thing about like the Lost Woods in Zelda or something like that, right? Be like, oh, how did you figure that out? But like the Lost Woods in Zelda, if you sit there and you just walk around and try different directions for about 4 minutes, you'll probably figure it out. You know, it's like, okay, I tried up twice, you know, up, down, left, you know, left twice, up, you know, you just keep doing it for a few minutes, and then eventually you'll like figure it out and make it through. It's like, you can figure that out, but how are you ever gonna figure out? I think that's why, like, later, didn't they make like Castlevania 2 redacted, and then it had better hints? If there's a good enough hint for some of those things on what you're supposed to do, then sure. But I think the original version of Castlevania 2, a lot of the hints are not great, so if you're playing the game without, you know, Nintendo Power or some kind of guide or a friend that's already done it, that knows the answer, it's like, how are you supposed to know? Did I play Blasphemous? I haven't played it on stream. I played it a little bit on my own when it came out. Maybe someday I'll stream the whole thing. I don't know. I just haven't gotten to it. Symphony can be tough earlier game. It's late that the game gets stupid easy. Yeah. You're like super powered up, right? And if you get the right stuff, if you know exactly what to get, isn't there like certain like sword or something you get that's like, you know, you just get more and more and more powerful to where it's just like, all right, you know. So is that the consent? Maybe we should do a poll. Let's, before I do that though, let's talk about what else there could be. Okay, so Symphony of the Night, this game, Super Castlevania IV. Is there anything else that could be a contender for easiest Castlevania game? And then later we could talk about what the hardest Castlevania game is. But let's do easiest first, because I'm playing this right now. I'm trying to think about like the other. Oh, I guess what did we say? Kid Dracula. Actually, somebody said. Do we count that though? Because it's like, I don't know if I count that, because I mean the title of the game is Kid Dracula, not Castlevania. I think the title has to start with the word Castlevania. You know? I guess this game doesn't count either then, because technically it's Super Castlevania. So it didn't start with Castlevania. Castlevania has to be in the title. The WiiWare Castlevania. I personally found that one to be a little bit difficult, actually. Not like the most difficult, but it wasn't that easy. You know what one's pretty hard is some of the Game Boy ones are tough. It's like that first one on Game Boy, like, and the second one, and any of those Game Boy ones I remember being hard. You know what we're gonna do about these frogs? Time stopper is what we're gonna do about these frogs. I wish you could drop down. Like straight down from the... What the hell? My whip went right through him. Do. Now I gotta make sure to not get this replaced with a knife or something. Which is like right there. Actually, I can tell you what the hardest Castlevania thing is. I thought of it because I've done it. Loop 2, Castlevania 3. That's the hardest Castlevania thing. If you want a Castlevania challenge, that's the one. I don't think there's anything more difficult than that. Because that wasn't just the hardest Castlevania thing I did. That was probably one of the hardest things I ever beat in my entire life. You know? Of any game. Like if I made like a top, 10 hardest things I ever beat, that would be on the list. For sure. The Loop 2 business, forget it. That's like insanity. And that's not a hack or anything. That's like the actual game. So it's like definitely counts. And most people don't bother to do it. And with that, I wouldn't blame you for not doing that. Not in the least, because it's like stupid and difficult. Also, I remember Chronicles, the original mode, being really hard to do. As far as Castlevania goes, I think that would be up there. But Castlevania 3 Loop 2 is the most difficult. I can't imagine a Castlevania thing being harder than that. I don't think I would want it to be. Castlevania Chronicles would make great streams. I did it. I've already done it. I mean, I could do it again. Loop 2 has the crazy random skulls. Yeah, it's insane. If you never saw me do that might be something worth checking out if you're into Castlevania, because if you ever want to see me get pissed, that's the one to watch. I think as far as this game goes, like the hard part is the and I never remember his name, but like that dinosaur guy right before Dracula. I have a hard time with that guy a little bit, but other than that, not too bad. What's that guy's name? Isn't it Larry? That skeleton that you fight before Dracula? Pretty sure his name's Larry. Ooh, see, I didn't want that. Oh, Kenny? They said it's not. It's Kenny. It's Kenny, apparently. Oh, that's right, Kenny. Reptar. There you go. That's what we were looking for. It's the area to do that, huh? That's the best. What else do you want right there? And speaking of Chronicles, this area is very similar to a part of Chronicles. I actually think that this part might be like a remake of that section from Chronicles. I think that's what this area is. Because it's like totally similar to this. Pillars. Watch out for the pillars. Alright, here we go. See, I'm worried about, like, hitting the candles in the wrong way because I don't want to lose my weapon. You better jump. I'm not going to mess with that because I don't know if it's going to take my thing away. And it's like, this game has time, but they give you so much time that you would never even think about it. That's why I find that it's weird that they bother putting time in this game at all. It's like, alright, there's time, but there's like 45 minutes to complete the stage. You know? That should take you about 3 minutes. Don't want that. To get the sound effect of him swinging on the thing that goes, do you think they actually had a guy use a chain whip and swing on a metal hook to get that sound effect? I think they probably did. That's how they got it. Because if you really think about it, would it actually sound like that? I feel like no. Excuse me, I think the sound effects are unrealistic. I'd like to file a complaint with Konami. Of all the things I can complain about with Konami, imagine that's the thing I complain about. There's probably a couple other things I could complain about. It's so nice to have this ripple. I wanted that! Lousy. Have to keep moving, have to keep moving, have to keep moving. They're squirting on me. You don't want that. Alright. This guy's gonna be a problem. If I could get that. Do it. And here you gotta go immediately. Going up the stairs. Poor Bone Daddy never stood a chance. There was nothing he could do. No, come on. See, and then I lose my... That stinks. Sprite stinks! Grab it. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. You don't want to lose your... cross on this. Forget what the boss is. Is this gonna be that like stone guy? That might be later. Oh no, this is the dragon, right? Actually, this is the dragon. If I can have the if you guys could get away from me. If I could get an axe, that'd be nice. They're probably not gonna give me any other things before the end here. Yeah, like anything. Oh, no, it's like literally right here, so, alright. Slowdown is so bad. Alright. That's unbelievably bad slowdown. IR3 Mix 3D, thanks for the sub. Man Baby Gaming Engaged puts on bib. How many of you have a bib on right now? I hope so. If that's the case, I think that everybody who goes to a football game or a baseball game and yells out loud should also have bibs on. Because they're both games. Fair's fair. If we're wearing bibs, they should be wearing bibs. See, like, everybody thinks like Jack Nicholson's like cool, right? But how many times have you seen Jack Nicholson at a Lakers game and he's got like spit coming out of his mouth and his face is red? Like me playing some of these games. But that's okay because that's That's a basketball game, so that's fine. That type of game is fine for you to do that. But you'll never hear anybody say that though. Because that's a society we live in. And they make a lot of money off of sports. And they don't want everybody thinking of themselves as man babies. Because then maybe they'd think twice about going. If all these people were viewed as man babies for going to their games and yelling like babies, the way I yell like a baby at these games, then maybe they wouldn't want to go so badly. But the retro video game scene on Twitch, you know, what do you got, like 30 guys at a time in the retro video game category streaming? Quite a different business than all of sports. Isn't that interesting how that works? That guy's got a nice tongue, don't you think? I needed a weapon for that. $30? Are there really that many? Yeah, probably less. 12? 12 guys in the retro game category? Let's see, you know. What do you got? You got me. You got, what is it? Little Mixer. You got, I don't know, you got TMR. You got Erin. You got Arcus. Alright, so what are we at? 5 now? There's more, but you get the point. You know. The list isn't that long. Maybe if I didn't get hit by the things coming down, that might be a good idea. Maybe I should try that. Nah, I think I'm gonna do the same thing again. That's the way I do it. I'm gonna die in the same way again. That's what I like to do. All right. Now I'm specifically watching the rock. What is he blowing out? Popcorn? There you go. I was actually watching the rocks that time. Yay. Oh yeah, this. So this part, you just gotta hang on the thing. And you gotta like kind of be patient and wait. Look at this guy. That's me after my streams. Uh-oh. Hang on, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I don't want to have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Don't ever make me do that in a video game. That's not fair. Do. What does it look like from the outside when this tower rotates? How about if you're in Disney World and you're on the Haunted Mansion and the room stretches? What does that look like from the outside? I made it too long. I have a problem with that sometimes. Anybody else feel the same way? Imagine that though, you're looking at the Haunted Mansion from the outside of the building and the building's stretching. I think they should add that effect in. They haven't added any effects into the Haunted Mansion since like the 1960s. I think they should add that. They changed the queue quite a bit though, I'll give them that. This mansion makes you hard. Is this room actually stretching? There you go. That's what I meant to do. Oh, and then you have this. Yeah, like what does this look like from the outside? Oh. Hey, buddy. Don't be popping out of the wall like that. And then this time he didn't do it. I feel like this game has a lot of slowdown. Like a whole lot. I never really thought of Castlevania IV like that. Like a game that has a lot of lag and slowdown, but it really does. A bunch of Super Nintendo games do, though. Top 10 laggiest Super Nintendo games. There's a video. What is it? Gradius? Gradius 3. Isn't that a laggy one, I think? Or Super R-Type. I'm pretty sure that gets laggy. I like Super R-Type a lot. Bet you didn't know that. If there's one thing somebody could guess about me, is probably that I like Super R-Type. Oh, still gotta go up. All right. Still going up. I guess there's stairs up here, right? Have to do the duck thing. Or did I miss the exit? I forget. Might have. This is the one where I have to duck, isn't it? That didn't work. I thought you had to duck on one of them. Maybe not. I'm gonna go down here too, because I want to know what these are. No weapons, no sub-weapons, come on. Do 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 do. Give me some sub-weapons. Do the weapons carry over? Let's say I got a cross, and then I get to the next level. Do I have to get a new sub-weapon, or do they like keep it? Just try to do a playthrough like that, where I keep the sub-weapon the whole time. If that's true. I guess I can see next time I end the level with a sub-weapon. That would be a no-death run. Oh, yeah, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? Well, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that. What weapon would it be, though? Now, I know it's definitely 100% holy water for Castlevania 1. What is it for this? You're gonna pick one sub-weapon. What do you want? The problem here is his tongue is too long. Why is his tongue so long? What's he using that tongue for that it needs to be quite that long? Oh. What about that lady in the wall? Alright, we're getting this axe. Do, 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 do. By the way, I only stream Castlevania 4 now. I'm a Castlevania 4 streamer. This is it. No other games. Lick. Love coming back into the stream. The problem is his tongue is too long with no context. Oh, because you weren't here. Now you have the context. Look at the screen. Get me out of this area. Alright, so starting on the left there is not working out. Let's start somewhere else. Maybe I start like higher up. I jumped. What happened? Like the only thing I was thinking is like jump immediately. And I hit the button and He didn't jump. I'm not looking to get the candle, I'm looking to jump. Thanks, that's what I wanted to do. Like this, you're gonna go immediately. I mean, I guess the problem is you got to keep those sub-weapons. It's hard to keep the sub-weapons, though, because they get replaced when another one drops, you know, by accident in your face. Alright, I'm gonna, like, go over here. How about that? Starting over on the right was helpful. Alright. Stay on the right on the skeleton guy. Oh, can you whip the stuff that's falling? That's cheap. What, by doing this garbage? That seems like cheating. That's the problem, is I feel like it's cheating. Because it's like, I'm so used to just only being able to whip horizontally that whipping upwards is like, it seems like cheating. I guess it's not because they let you do it, but it's like, alright. Maybe that's my problem with the 8-directional whipping. Because the other Castlevania games you can only whip horizontally, so this one you can whip all directions, and it's like that. It feels like cheating. Because imagine all of a sudden, imagine you're playing like Castlevania 1, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, now you can whip in every direction. It's like, oh, well, that's like a cheat code. It would be a cheat code, you know? If all of a sudden you can do that. So I don't think about it a lot, because my mind is wired for NES Castlevania. Like jumping in Zelda 2. I'm trying to understand your analogy. What, because like in Zelda 1 and like Link to the Past, you can't jump? So in Zelda 2 you can jump. So it's cheating. Yeah, I agree. It is cheating. They should make a Zelda 2 game where you can't jump. Try to beat that. I agree. I'm down for that challenge. Hook me up with that. Somebody make that. How would you get through though if you couldn't? You couldn't. You would only die. That's fine. I'll play it and just die. So Link comes upon a pit, and then he just dies because he can't get past it because he can't jump. Well, how about then instead of that? Instead of the jump, he has some kind of item. He has the hook shot instead. Because in Link to the Past, you would have the hook shot. So no jumping, but you got a hook shot across everything. That would actually be awesome. Now that I think about it, Zelda 2, but you can't jump, but you have to use the hookshot instead. I would play the hell out of that. That sounds amazing. That sounds way better than Zelda, the regular Zelda 2 with jumping. I think I just figured out how to improve like Zelda 2 like a ton. I like seriously want to play that now. It doesn't exist, but I want to play it. That sounds like the best. I always wanted, like, I want somebody to make Zelda 1, a hack of Zelda 1, but put the hook shot in it. I've never seen anybody do it. Like, imagine you could play Zelda 1, but they put the hook shot in there. How come nobody's ever done that? It must be, like, exceptionally difficult to do or something. That would be so cool. And then you redesign all the you make new levels so that, like, there's a lot of hook shot, like, puzzles, and you gotta, like, use the hook shot to get through stuff. Like, a Zelda 1 hook shot game would be awesome. Just trying to get past them. I'm gonna do the whole level again. Oh yeah, but I was talking about like the sub weapons in this. It's like, okay, this guy. Well, I guess yeah. Again, if I had like the triple cross, then you just whale them with those, and then you're done, right? I gotta figure out all the like little finicky stuff though. On some of these other levels. Because then I would, if I'm dying like in some stupid spot, then I would lose the triple cross. If I want to do one where I keep the cross the whole time, or most of the time. It means that I mean, you know what? It wouldn't even have to be like necessarily deathless. It just like if I could learn all the locations where the cross is in this game, because I could get it to be ×3, like probably fairly easily. I'd probably be satisfied with that. Like even if I died a couple times, if I can like mostly keep the cross for the most of the game. And if I lost it like once or twice, it's like, okay, I would know the locations of where to get the cross back. Because I feel like that's the thing that's the good weapon. Come on. Oh yeah, and I once again, by the way, I forgot about whipping up. That's like never gonna register in my mind that you can do that. Like I said, I just feel it's like completely unnatural to me. It's like, what other Castlevania games can you whip in all directions like that? Is this the only one? I know in, I think, Chronicles, you can whip down diagonally, but like most of the other Castlevania games, you can't do this, and that's why it's unnatural to me, because it's like most of the games aren't like that. Chronicles is 6 ways. Is it? I haven't played it in a few years, so I forget. You might be right. I am Scott Hyde, it's true. Mike, how long do you want to live for? In this game, the whole way through. But only if I have triple cross. If I don't have triple cross, if I have like the knife, then I could just die immediately and reset the whole thing. But if you mean in real life, I need to, because there's so many games that I want to play. The sad thing is I won't be, even, let's say I lived until I was 110, and let's assume that my hands didn't give out. Even in that case, I would still not be able to play all the games I want to play. I would and do all the things I would want to do with like retro games, you know? And not just retro games, but, you know, like stuff on like Steam and all this. It's like, if they stopped making video games today, and there was never another new video game, I say I would need a good, like, 350 years to probably do all the things that I want to do. I would say that would be fair. If I had 350 years, I think I could do everything I want to do with all the games that are currently out. So I'm probably only gonna get a third of the amount of what I actually want to do. Probably less than that. Probably about 25% of what I'd like to do with gaming, I'll be able to do by the time my last stream happens. So the longer I'm around, the more I'll be able to do streaming wise. The problem here is that there's too much I want to do and not enough time on the timeline to do it all. That said, though, we're having the sort of advent of AI here, right? So that could destroy us, like Terminator, right? Or what if AI improves, like, the medical field a ton, and then we do, because this AI is going to be like 1,000,000 times smarter than we are. If we're in the situation where the AI doesn't become evil and it actually helps us, maybe it'll be a good thing, and then we can live longer, and then maybe I would be able to stream everything. That's about the only way I see it happening. Like, seriously, I guess I gotta be like, what if I'm on these platforms? I gotta figure something out on this guy. Especially when I don't have, see, the problem is I gotta get to this guy, like, with myself. If I have the triple cross, he's done. That's all it is, isn't it? Make it to him with the triple cross. Then I won't have the problem. Because I got a list going, right? It's like one of the things I wanted to do was Double Dragon 2 on like the Supreme Master. I did that. That one's crossed off the list. But like, I haven't done No Death Ninja Gaiden 2 yet. I'd like to do that. That's the thing on my list. So, but that's one of 100 million things on the list. That's the problem. And they would also have to stop making games because there's already too many. How about Doom mods? I could probably spend 50 years just playing Doom mods and nothing else because there's so many of them. Like right there you have an insane amount of stuff to play. That's like a whole community. I can't even keep up with it. I love all the Doom games and the whole Doom mod like scene. But it's too much. I can't keep up with it. They release so many Doom mods. It's like, if the only thing I did was stream Doom mods, then maybe I could keep up with it. But then there's all this other stuff I want to play. So it's just endless. See what I mean? It stresses me out a little bit. But is that a first world problem? Oh, poor baby. Too many video games to play. Right? What if you were, let's say you're a sports fan and you want to watch every game. Let's say your favorite team is whoever, Yankees or something, and you want to watch every Yankees game ever. How many hours would that take? Maybe you want to watch all that. What if your favorite thing to do was watch the Weather Channel and you wanted to see everything that ever happened on the Weather Channel? You would need a lot of time to do that. Is there anybody in here that feels that way about the Weather Channel? I know I do. So basically, I have to have full health. Being shipwrecked in space or whatever would be cool if there was a replicator for food. Also a library of every game ever. So being on the Starship Enterprise, but you're adrift in space and the dilithium crystals aren't running out in that situation. Plus you could go into the holodeck and you could say, computer, please replicate a Sega Genesis system from the 1990s. And then it appears, and then you're playing like Rocket Knight Adventures in the holodeck. That sounds awesome, actually. Isn't Castlevania your Mrs. thing, Mike? Oh, what? I don't get to play Castlevania as well? It is. But I mean, I also like Castlevania. She's played more Castlevania than I have. For sure. She really, really likes Castlevania. More than me. I mean, I like Castlevania, but like, she really likes Castlevania. But once in a while I get in a Castlevania, on a Castlevania kick myself, and I want to play some of it. It's a classic franchise. See, the thing with her is that she likes, she also really likes the Metroidvania. She likes like all the Castlevania stuff pretty much, save maybe there's probably like something she doesn't like, but like she likes the Castlevania 64 stuff, and I'm not really into that. And then she really likes all the Metroidvania Castlevania stuff as well. But she also likes she likes the Castlevania stuff that I like the NES Castlevania games and like Rondo of Blood and all that. Like, so she likes all the things that I like with Castlevania, but on top of it, she also likes a lot of the stuff that I don't like, so she knows a lot more about the franchise and series than I do. I would watch her play through that Legacy of Darkness, and like, it was crazy seeing her play some of that, because I had never seen a lot of that. And it's like, there's this area in Legacy of Darkness, I was watching her play it, and you're like in this area where it's like almost like outer space, but I guess you're in the castle, and then she's like jumping on the crystals, like there's this whole like crystal area, and I was like, I mean, that looks pretty cool, but then when I actually play it, I'm like, I don't really like that gameplay style that much. I had Castlevania 64 when it came out, I bought it, and like I liked the first like level with the robot, not robot, with the skeleton skeletons on motorcycles and stuff. I thought that was cool, but then I got to like the second stage, and I didn't. That's where I started to be like, I don't really like this. And like as it went on, I kind of got like, I remember getting into you get inside the mansion, and then I don't know. I just started to like lose interest with it. I don't know. I wanted it to be more like the old ones, and it was just a totally different thing. You know. Now my time's running out, so that's great. I was talking about. Is that because I was talking the whole time? What if I get in this door? What happens? Is time still going to be running down? Wow. I salvaged that. John Unicycle, thank you very much for the sub. Getting GDEMU and excited to try Castlevania on Dreamcast. I have that. I have the whatever. I guess that's what it's called, right? The GDEMU on Dreamcast. Is it my Dreamcast right here? I guess I put it away. She did a video on that too. It was there was like the Lost Castlevania game. She played it like when that got like really, what was that called? I'm gonna look that up real quick because now I'm like wondering what the heck that was. And she also played the Castlevania arcade game that has the actual whip. Erin Plays Castlevania Dreamcast. I don't remember what it was called. Let's see what it was called. Playing Castlevania Resurrection unreleased Sega Dreamcast game. Yeah, she did the whole thing on that too. Like I've never played that. It's crazy how much Castlevania stuff there is. It just like seems to be like kind of endless. And even within Castlevania games, there's so much that you can do. Like, let's just say, like, Rondo of Blood. There's all those alternate paths. Like, and you know what I really, really like about that is, I think I like that better than the way they do it in Castlevania 3. Castlevania 3 has alternate paths. But you get to the end of the stage, and it's like, pick up or down. You go up the stairs, or you go straight. And then that's it. And then those are the alternate paths. But in Castlevania Rondo of Blood, you have to, like, figure out secrets. And I can imagine, let's say you played the game, and you didn't know. And you're just playing the game for your first time, and you go through and you beat the game, whatever. But then later, you're like, I don't play it again. And then you play it again. And then you, like... you know, you uncover one of those secrets, it would probably blow your mind. You'd be like, whoa, like this boulder came down and like the floor came apart. Now I'm like in a whole different area. That would be like really, really exciting, I think, to like find that. Where when they just give it to you, it's cool that there's more levels in Castlevania 3, but it doesn't have that like that excitement of finding it. Because they just give it to you. And I think that that's really awesome about Rondo of Blood. Now that said, some of those things are like super hard to find. But imagine you play that game, like you've played that game like 20 times or whatever, and then you find a new secret. Like it would be so exciting. So I like that they made that like that. And I love the graphics of that game and just like everything about it. That probably is my favorite one. Probably. And then it's also just cool because it's like PC Engine CD and like I love the PC Engine stuff. You know what they ripped off here? Castlevania 3. In Loop 2 of this, do they have bats or Medusas flying by? I would hope that you get to Loop 2 of this game and they got bats flying by. That's how you would make this section a little harder. This is gonna be with the dancing guys, right? I think that's this part. Or maybe that's not it yet. Actually, I think it is coming up. And then you can whip that stuff. Oh, God damn it. Give me wall meat. Sometimes an enemy will drop wall meat in this. I guess it wouldn't be wall meat then, it would just be meat. Ah! Can you give me the other whip? Like... Okay. Ooh. Hey, I didn't know about that. That's the wall meat. What's the money about? Where's the shop? There's no shop. This is for points. Points. That's what I'm always thinking about when I play Castlevania, is the points. Oh, God. Oh, what am I even gonna do? Is that gonna flip back? Maybe when I walk back over there, it'll be flipped back over. Because if not, it's like, it better flip back over. It would be good gameplay design if they flip it back over when I get over there. If it's still, like, spikes, then that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Better not be. Okay, good. You've redeemed yourself, Castlevania IV. You are redeemed in my eyes. I was worried for a second. Whoa. Maybe I want that. Go up the stairs. Sweet. ×3 axe, huh? How often do you see that? Da 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 da. Uh-oh. There's your wall meat. This is what they want, right? Like, what do they want? How about... And then this guy won't spawn? Like, what is even going on? And then they make it like you can't hit him. What? Does this even make any sense? Is that what you're supposed to do? I feel like the game's broken. Is the game broken? Or does it always do this? I don't remember it being like that. Like, legit, is this like glitched? Is it always like that? I don't even remember that. Burnt Perp, thanks for the sub. Been enjoying the Metroid Prime playthrough. Love the music in the game. Yeah, so I on YouTube, well on here too. I did a playthrough of Metroid Prime. Went through the whole game. You know, it's a Metroid game, so there's a ton of going back and forth and everything. But I'll tell you what, it's worth all that back and forth that you got to do in Metroid Prime for the ending, because that end boss is awesome. Like Metroid Prime himself. Ridley's kind of, I think, a little too easy. But, not easy, but kind of easy. I was a little disappointed that Ridley wasn't, like, about 10% harder than it was. Maybe 20% harder. But, the Metroid Prime, like, the final guy himself is so cool. It's like a spider dude. And then there's another form after that. It's crazy. It's a really crazy end boss. It's a good game. A very good game. I forget where they want me to be here. Look at that! Come on. Anything else I could have done? One more. That's cheap. I want them to give me stuff here. Like, I feel like one thing should pop out of that. Maybe if I hit it with a sub-weapon, it would. There. Oh, that's an actual end boss? That's easy. That's too easy for an end guy. That should be like... I thought that was like a mid thing, and then it kept going, and then there was a real end boss. I remember like the dungeon area is a tough stage. I guess I don't know if I forget when that comes. So we're in the library, and there's always a library. What do you think about Dan Aykroyd redoing the scene from Ghostbusters 1 where he runs out of the library? Is that nostalgia bait? I like that that movie had a new villain, the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I'll give him that. I thought it was stupid when they brought back Gozer. It's like, really? Because you grow up, you know, watching the real Ghostbusters, and there's all kinds of different villains, you know? And just to bring back Gozer again, it's like, that's like nostalgia bait for like a normie audience. It's like, I want something else. So they did that, though. So this new one had the new enemy. So I was like, okay. So that's a little better. I think they just shouldn't have had the Fire Master guy. I don't know if you guys saw the movie, but like, there's like this Fire Master guy. There's already so many characters in that movie that it's like, there's not even enough time for like all the people that are in the movie to begin with. And then they gotta add this completely unnecessary like Fire Master dude, and it's like, why is this guy in the movie? And they don't even end up beating the bad guy because of him. It's just like Phoebe just busts him like normal, you know? It's just like, then why have that guy? It's like totally unimportant. I get like you want to add new characters, but there is a lot of new characters. Like the kid Ghostbusters are new characters, and plus there's the mother and like her boyfriend or whatever. There's a bunch of new characters, so they didn't like need that at all. And also, like, at this point, I kind of feel also like, do you really need the old Ghostbusters there anymore? As much as, like, it's like, okay, I want to go see a Ghostbuster movie and see the old cast. It's like, the problem is you have two casts going on. You got these kids, and then you got the old Ghostbusters, and it's like, there's too many people, you know, to be able to focus on anybody, and it's just like, but you gotta have the old guys in there, you know, to get the old fans to even go see it, right? So at that point, then just make the movie the old Ghostbusters then, because you don't have enough time to focus on all these characters. So either don't have the old Ghostbusters, or make the whole movie the old Ghostbusters. You know? Or how about this? Just forget it. Just end it. Because you can't figure it out. I'll just go watch the real Ghostbusters. I'll go play Ghostbusters on Sega Genesis or something. This is nostalgia bait. I gotta give it one thing. I'm gonna give that movie like one thing. Another thing. Well, I gave it one thing already because it had the new villain. At least there was that. But I'll give it another thing. Dan Aykroyd really, truly, I truly believe he cares about all of it. And to have him in the movie and talk. There was a scene where we're in a library right now in the game in Castlevania. In that movie, there's a whole scene in the library and Dan Aykroyd like tells these kids that like this sort of like ghost story thing, and he's really, you can tell he like really like was into that. So I liked that part, you know, because he's like crazy and he like loves all his ghost story stuff and all that. So like that was cool. I felt like that was like a real like Ray, you know, moment. Because I mean, like he wrote Ghostbusters, or at least all the ghost related stuff he did. Where Harold Ramis, I guess, wrote the dialogue and a lot of like the funny stuff because he's coming off like SCTV and all that. So a lot of that funny stuff is like Harold Ramis. Whoa. Can you like get me over there, please? There. But it's nice to see Dan Aykroyd, like you know, like genuinely excited. You know, I felt so anyway. So I don't know. It was really kind of a mixed bag. And then you got like Ernie Hudson in there, and it's cool to see more Winston stuff because like Winston's cool, and I kind of like what they did with him, where they, you know, they make him like a businessman, and they give him a real, you know, purpose to be there because he's sort of like the guy in charge of, you know, making all the new Ghostbuster equipment and everything. So I mean that seemed like a good idea. But what was weird about that though is how he was keeping information from like the new Ghostbusters, like these kids, like Phoebe and the rest of them. He didn't bother to tell them, like they're going out. They're for the beginning of the movie. They're all like going around busting ghosts or whatever, and then they don't find out until things are going bad, like real bad. And then and Winston all of a sudden he's like, oh, by the way, I have all this like cool ghost busting stuff that you guys didn't know about. It's like, think maybe he wants to like let them in on that. Like, why is he not like they should have known that from the beginning of the movie. They should be like, oh yeah, Winston, he's been working on all our Ghostbuster, like, you know, our new proton packs and all that stuff. Like they should have totally known about it. So I thought that was bizarre that it's like in the middle of the movie, it's like a surprise to them. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, those are my thoughts about the Ghostbusters movie. So I did go see it. And I don't know. It was kind of like all over the place. Definitely way too many characters, though. I think I gotta do this or else I hit my head. Ray was always your favorite character. Do I like Nothing But Trouble? Do I like it? I've seen it a bunch. It's so weird. I think I do. There's definitely like scenes in it that are really entertaining. I think so. I think I like it. Yeah. It's just such an odd movie. Oh, come on. Oh! I needed that so bad. Great. And then I'm gonna die because if I would have got that, maybe. Yeah. Come on. But I think so. I think I like it. Dan Aykroyd in that makeup in that movie, like, is genuinely, like, really disturbing. It's really weird. It's a really weird movie. Do you expel the souls of your future kids when you shoot ropes? Well, you'd have to be with somebody else to be able to actually have the kids, and we all know that's not happening. So, I don't think so. I think you're fine. I don't think you have to feel guilty about it because we all know you'll never be with a woman. So, just kidding. Did that help that I said just kidding? That made it all better, right? Oh, no, it didn't make it better? Darn. Labs, thank you very much for the sub. You're talking about nothing but trouble? Yes, we were. Yes, we were talking about nothing but trouble. Oh, this is the one. So like of all the stages, I feel like this is the one I really gotta like learn. If I wanted to do if I did want to do no death, there's a lot of little wonky things on this stage that you have to really. You have to know. So this is probably gonna be my trouble spot area of anything. I'm also trying to search this whole thing out to see like where the items are. Oh, now I gotta go. Well, right there. Oof. Oh yeah, and then the other thing, it's like this part, I think I go like this. Oh! I need a cross. See what I mean about this level? Let's do that. These eyeball guys are the worst. I guess that's really what makes this stage a problem, is these eyeballs. Okay. And then the other one comes, right? Yep. Okay. Not too bad. I assume I have to duck there. Okay. Should I jump on top of this? I don't know. Oh, do you jump on top of these? That seems like a bad idea, huh? Probably not. Honestly, like, this pattern is terrible. I'm gonna find out if I can. You can, but... When can I, like, go? It's not... Ooh, wait. Does that work? It doesn't pause them. I feel like the pattern wasn't, like... And then that's the problem, because they send you all the way back here, and this first part's hard. I feel like the pattern of those things was not lining up in a way to let me through. Pattern wasn't working with you. Yeah, it wasn't. It was almost like I felt like I had to go back and like get that pattern to reset, which I don't know if you can make that happen. So basically you gotta get lucky on that part, so that could ruin a whole playthrough. If that pattern doesn't line up. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? See what I mean about all these finicky little things? So you can't go under that? You have to go above that. See? That's something you gotta know. It looked like I could go under it. But I guess not. So we'll go above it. This one I can go under. Well, obviously, it's so high up. Jeez. Alright, like I have this part down. And there's a chicken wing? Was that random? I don't think that was always there, right? Like this I can go under, I think. This I go on top. I guess I'm gonna make sure to go over this one. So this is my trouble spot, apparently. There. It worked with me. Thank you for working with me. Give me that. Gotta watch out for these little green drops of goo, too. Goo. No. No, jump! At least that wasn't complete death. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? That was a real mess up there. Yeah, I feel like this is like the hard stage in this game, if you're gonna pick one. This and that second to last boss. I tried to drop straight down. It didn't like that. That's why. We gotta know every little detail here. See, I was being impatient. Should I even bother to get that axe? I want it. If you're like right here. What do we call this room? The torture chamber? What's the name of this level? Anybody know? Hell? God. Yeah, and then they put this here, which isn't always here. Like, that's randomness. That's so weird about this game. Like, once in a while, it's like not usually random, but occasionally it's random. We're gonna go over this. What if I just go immediately? And go immediately. Done. Boom. Good. Wouldn't that be lovely? That's a trap. How weak is this axe? And then we're gonna have bats. Oh, that good item is coming up. The cross is coming up. If I can get it. So I don't have to worry about health because that's there. Alright, this part. So should I get it? How worth it would it be, I wonder? And that's like a thing to memorize. To know exactly where that one is. You gotta know what candle. Like this part. Okay. I just want to fall to the right, I think. Well, I got hit, but at least I'm, like, alive. It's fine. Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. Right. Oh, this is Frankenstein, right? I think that's what this is gonna be. Cross. That's the safer cross to get, I guess. Ugh. Oh god. Oh yeah, you can just walk. You can just walk over, and you know what? I remember this too. You got to do that because that's a. You think they could be nice about this and give me the times too? Turkey leg. Unbelievable. There it is. It's like, geez, how many did that take? Oh, this part I suck. I don't know when to go. I still don't know when to go. I have to, like, once I figure that out, I gotta memorize that. That part sucks. Shoot. You can just walk over it. Ugh. Go immediately, trust me. Really? Says Ruben361. He says go immediately. If let's say I go immediately, is it like 2 jumps? And I already like, I just missed that. Oh! So, like, what you mean by immediately, like, is as soon as that platform spawns, go. You doing Deathless? I think I could get there eventually, honestly, at this point. I don't think it would be that difficult. Do 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 do. As soon as the first platform spawns, go. Yeah. All right, here we go. Easiest Castlevania game. All right, what were we gonna do? We're gonna do okay. Super Castlevania IV. I'm on the fence about including Kid Dracula. Oh yeah, Symphony of the Night. Anything else you want me to include? Lords of Shadow, Rondo of Blood. Oh, Castlevania 2. Yeah, I'll include that. Castlevania 2. Bloodlines? Do you think that one's easy? I always thought that one was in the middle. I'll put it on there if you want that. They want Bloodlines on there. I'll put it on there. We got one more choice. Castlevania Mother's Day. Yeah, or Castlevania Mother's Day. The Game Boy Advance. See, the thing about it is I didn't really want to get all involved in like all like those ones because it's almost like that's like a different thing. So it's like Symphony of the Night. It's like it's almost a different discussion. I kind of wanted to do just like the old school ones because I feel like it starts to become a different because they're like totally different type of games. Castlevania the arcade game. Yeah, oh yeah, Haunted Castle. Yeah, Metroidvanias can't really compare to these. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna this is it. I'm gonna put these four in and we can see what you guys do. So 2-minute poll starting now. We'll see what you guys think. So the poll is easiest Castlevania game. What do you guys think? And I'm gonna go back to this while that goes. So here we go. I'll be curious to see what everybody says. My answer is probably this game. I could understand picking Castlevania 2. If you know it, if you know the cryptic stuff, then yeah. But if you didn't know the cryptic stuff, then it would be really hard. So it's like that's kind of a I don't know. That's kind of hard to decide for me. But I would go with this game personally. Or see, we put Bloodlines on there. I would not choose Bloodlines personally. I find Bloodlines to be fairly difficult. Not the most difficult or anything, but I think it's tough. From what I remember, it's been a while since I played it. You know, to be fair, maybe I'd have an easier time now than when I played it years ago, but let me pause it for a second. And let's see how this is going. Oh, is it over already? I guess it's over. Oh, it's a tie. So we had 35% and 35% for Super Castlevania to for Super Castlevania 4, this game that I'm playing, or Castlevania 2 tied. And then Symphony of the Night and Bloodlines were not chosen. Yeah, and there's very few votes for Bloodlines. I agree with that. I agree with not really voting for that. So it's between Super Castlevania 4 and Castlevania 2. Now let's do it again. Now it's just going to be between those two. Here we go. Here comes the big moment. Here we go. Which one's easier? Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Oops. Or, oh, it doesn't let me fit the whole thing. Whatever, I'll just write Castlevania 2. Castlevania 2 or Castlevania 4. Okay, and new poll starting now. Now it's only between Castlevania 2 and Castlevania 4, so let's see what everybody thinks. What if it ties again? Let's have a winner here. So the poll's going right now. Which game is easier? Oh, that golden staircase. Looks like honey. Winnie the Pooh would like this area. Oh, all the honey. That's my Winnie the Pooh impression, apparently. I don't know if I've ever done a Winnie the Pooh impression. It's really terrible. It's really horrible. Oh me honey. Sounds more like Lucky Charms. Oh, all the honey. Oh, come on. Can I just do that? Aha, they want me to do this business. Guess I'll just go. Ice cube time. Cool. Oops. Oops. So much for ice cube time. Whoa. Oh yeah, this part where it sucks you in. It's a ghost sucking you. Speaking of Ghostbusters. That's what Ghostbusters is actually all about. This is a Dan Aykroyd's fantasy, like, fetish movie. Like, that's what it truly is. Alright, let's see. View the results. Castlevania 4. So the game I'm playing, they think is the easiest. So we had 26 votes for Castlevania 4 and 22 votes for Castlevania 2. It's fairly close. Fairly close, but apparently... Alright, apparently this is the easiest Castlevania game. And I'd agree, actually. So, for once, the audience and I are on the same page. I feel like a lot of times I have opinions that are like a minority opinion, you know? I definitely feel like a lot of times my opinions are in the minority, but I guess not today. So we agree on something. How about that? Come on. I think we can all also agree that my Winnie the Pooh impression is horrible. I bet we could also agree on that. Most importantly. I think I could live with that, though. People go around saying, hey, you know that Mike Matei doesn't do a good Winnie the Pooh impression. I could live with that. Like, it's all right. What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's true. It's not a good Winnie the Pooh impression. I'll secretly be crying myself to sleep tonight. They don't like my Pooh impression. Do. Be nice if I had an axe right now. Not good. It's the crap that comes off of it. Ah! So I need an extra weapon. Get off. I hate that. How it just like stuns you. It's like super annoying, honestly. Do you think I'd get anything if I did this? Okay. Thing doesn't even break open. Maybe I can find an item here. Let's try to get every... Oh, come on! Because it was like off the screen a little bit. I didn't think it was gonna do that. That's lame. Come on, and that goes on too long. I used to think I loved this stage because it's like, oh, cool treasure room, and then, but like honestly, like I think I hate this level. With this ghost sucking you in, and it's just like, this went from my like favorite level to like thematically, I think it's cool with the treasure, but like the actual gameplay of it is actually like super annoying. It's just money anyway. There's not gonna be anything. What am I gonna do with all this money? To spend it for an axe. Dirty, dirty game. Maybe there's one hidden somewhere, secret. Now I know I gotta be, like, in the middle, though. Like, there. Just make sure you stay like right under him is the thing, because the stuff comes out to the side. So if you're like right under them, I guess that's the whole fight really, until the guy like comes down. Go up the steps. And Bubs88, thank you very much for gifting subs to Beggs, Salad Dongs, Blab, Papados Yo, and Kremet Frog. You guys got a bunch of gift subs from Bubs88. Thank you very much, Bubs. You have to do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, just the whip. Clock tower time. This is the level from level 1, or music from level stage 1. And they're recycling the music now. What are you using the same music? Can't do that. It's not allowed. I'm gonna call Konami. Excuse me. In Castlevania IV, you guys use the same music. They're like, Castlevania? What is that? You remember Castlevania? Castlevania IV? Super Castlevania? What is Castlevania again? Somehow I feel that would be the conversation. And if they don't even remember Castlevania, they definitely don't remember, like, Gradius. Or, like, those games. They're like, what? They're like, I don't know, man. Like, my great-grandfather made that game. I have no idea what you're talking about. What do they do now? Like, honestly, like, now in 2024... I know for a while they were making, like, pachinko machines. But what about now? Does it even exist? Nobody's saying anything, because I don't think anybody knows. That must mean they really aren't doing, like, anything at all. They're like, we don't know. Maybe they're making another mobile game. They're operated by AI now. Oh. That's about right. I probably would believe that that would be true. The actual people are on a Hawaiian island. Oh, come, I ducked. Getting sucked off. And whatever stuff they need to have running is just run by AI. How accurate is this? I'd be scared to know just how accurate that might actually be. Dude, they're like standing on the edge of the thing. See, that's what I'm talking about with the randomness. I know I've definitely done this level before where those guys like are further back and they give you the space to like jump. So that's what I'm saying for like a deathless run of this game. It's like they're just gonna do some of this randomness where they do something like that where it's like real cheap. Because I swear I'll probably do this again, and one of these times it's gonna be the skeletons are just gonna be further back, and then I'll have like a spot to like jump there, and it's like, well, how come it's like that one time and the next time it's not like that? Because randomness is why. So I would just have to like keep doing it like over and over, just to wait for that one time where the randomness is in my favor. It's like, do I want to do that? Maybe. Maybe not. That part right there is wonky too. The way they have you get on that, it's like give you like a split second to. See what I mean? And they were further back. That's the randomness. That's what I'm talking about. It's like if it was like that last time, I would have made it. It's stupid. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Oof. I'm not gonna, yeah. It was a dirty trick. Oof. Isn't there a Bone Daddy part yet? Right here, there's a Bone Daddy. Okay. Do 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 do. Yay. Chicken. Chicken. I like chicken. I like liver. Meow mix, you deliver. Is he gonna be down there? Surprised he didn't. The knockback didn't get me off the cliff. Dun 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 dun. It was close. What's Treasure doing now? Remember I was playing that Dynamite Heady? I gotta do the Mega Drive version of that. There's like a translated Mega Drive version that I want to do. One of these days. Do 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 do. Yay. Da 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 da. Boop 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 boop. Chicken wing, anybody? Oh, bridge. Alright. Oh, this is what I was talking about, how this bridge is like so much better in Castlevania 1. Because I feel like it's unlikely that you would ever die on that. Where there's a lot of randomness to the bats in Castlevania 1 on the bridge. And I feel like there's more challenge to that. Okay, so what is it? Was like middle. And then the next one's all the way on the left. This part I remember. Come on. Oh no, this right here is the other middle part. Middle, and then after this, there's like a little bit of an area where it's like normal level again. So coming up here, you just go to the left. I'm getting like stuck on the stairs. It's like, come on. Oh, what? You just go through the steps like that? Also, it's like broken. It's like wonky on the end of those steps trying to jump off of them. It's like crap design. Like on the edge of those steps. Because you're trying to jump off the step to get on the moving platforms, and you can't because you keep getting stuck on the edge, and like somebody should have fixed that, and nobody fixed it. I mean, honestly. You recommend Metroid Prime Remaster. It leaves the game the same and improves the rough parts of it. There's a couple missing visual effects, but it's a drop in the ocean compared to what they improve. You know what the thing I would like to know, what they improved or not? There's a couple things I thought about Metroid Prime. That, number one, the map, and I think that they did improve the map in that remaster from what I've heard. But beyond the map, the switching, let's say you have like plasma beam or you have like ice beam or whatever, the switching between the weapons is like really slow in the GameCube version. And I think it would be better if they made it like you could like switch to the other weapon like way quicker. And then the major thing I felt is that the clues that they give you for the artifacts in Metroid Prime, there's these artifacts you gotta get, like the sun artifact and whatever, all these different artifacts, and it's like, okay, well, where do you find them? Well, you go to this artifact temple, right? And then you scan all the stuff, and it gives you clues where they are. But some of the clues are good clues, but a couple of the clues that they give you to find the artifacts are really bad clues. And like, I think that they should give you better clues, basically. That's my feeling. There we go. And of course, if I would have got to this with the triple, which I almost just did, I probably would have done this like the first time, and now I'm probably gonna like die like a bunch, you know. This is the guy I have the hard time with. I kind of forget what I do on the second part. I sort of had this figured out before, but now I don't remember. It's like stay really far away, but like it's hard to do. Like that. Oh, like God. I'm probably gonna die. Oh. Oh, wow. Is this a jump? Oh. Wow. First time? That I didn't expect that. I thought I'd have to do that like 7 times. That was the guy I had the hardest time with usually in this game. Okay. I like the little sound effect the guy makes right there. That's a great sound effect. Oops. Okay, well, first time. I'm surprised. If you would have asked me, I would have said it would have taken me 5 times to beat that. Oh, there's still this. Forgot about this. That's right. Well, we'll see how this goes. I forgot about this. Aw. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Imagine having the cross on this, too. It's like, or the triple. I think the whole game, that's how I feel about it. It's like if you have that, just wreck everything. That's what you really want to be doing in this game. Can those still hit me? I don't think so. Hope not. Oh, yeah, and then yeah. I was like waiting for the orb to come. Forgot, and then there's that, and then there's this business. Why do they give you so many turkey legs? It's like... I swear to God, sometimes the inputs are like... Earlier in the stream, there was a part where I died where it was totally like an input thing. Most of the deaths have been fair. Maybe that's my controller. Not really the game, but more so the controller. There you go. You hear the creaks. There you go. Those are the creaks of my controller. Controller's falling apart. Going through so much abuse. You know? Axe would be great for this fight. Are you talking about death? I forget, I hit that with the... Oh, if I can hit that, right? Ugh. Oh, if I could have got that, I would have had it for sure. Oh, really? Lame. I miss that. Oop, I miss that turkey. I miss turkey time. Is it turkey? I guess in this game it's like a leg of chicken or something. I feel like in the one of the other games they call it like pot roast. It's like that's definitely not pot roast. That's why we call it wall meat, right? You thought pork chop? Pork chops and applesauce. I like to do modern references for you guys. It's like the Brady Bunch from 1972. I'll take that, buddy. And then they give you all the chicken wing too. Like this game's like stupid easy. They shouldn't give you the chicken wings. You know? Maybe they give you one. Maybe one, I could say. But like, they just like keep handing them out. Pretty much, like, right? Like, there you go. So we did a poll earlier in my chat, and my chat said this is the easiest Castlevania game, and I agree. Still fun though. Batman. Especially if you enjoy a nice, long, flaccid whip. That's the word for it, right? Anyway, that's Castlevania 4. If I play like another Castlevania game, I probably want to play like Rondo of Blood or Chronicles again. After that. Or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to play. As always, leave me comments and stuff. Let me know what to play. I did just play through Metroid Prime, so if you want to see that, if you're subbed, you can watch. Or if you're on YouTube, I got a YouTube membership thing. I just went through all that. And I'm going to be recording more stuff for that, too, so... So all kind of good content for you guys. And I feel like the cross is the thing in this game, where Castlevania 1 is you want the holy water. I think this game's definitely all about the cross. Probably. Now into Rondo of Blood, probably. Comment down below, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I guess. Or don't. Do whatever you want. If you want more content, if you want to see more games, then, I don't know, become a member. But if you don't. Like, do what you want to do. I'm not telling you to do anything. What is the hardest Castlevania, though? Oh, did we not, like, discuss that? The hardest one? Well, Castlevania 3, because if you play through the whole game and you do the second quest, New Game Plus, whatever you want to call it, Loop 2, if you do Loop 2, that is, and it's real, you know, it's a real Castlevania game. That's the hardest one, I think. I think without a shadow of a doubt, either. Castlevania 3 Loop 2. Bubs88, thank you very much also for gifting a sub to EPP. Great username. Brutendo, Visceral, Intel, Mac Attack 9000. These are from Bubs88. Thank you very much. And if you do get a gift sub, you won't have to look at ads for a month. So if I'm streaming, I know that can be annoying to have to look at ads, so I get annoyed with it too. Would it be Loop 3 or Loop 2 on Haunted Castle? I don't know about that. About the multiple loops on Haunted Castle? I never thought about it. Maybe that, actually. I guess. Except that that's an arcade machine, and you would have been able to just keep putting quarters in. Where Castlevania 3, there's no quarters, you have to make it. So... But I'm sure that's really hard to do, though. What about Super Famicom Castlevania 4? Yeah, somebody was talking about that earlier. Is there differences with Super Famicom? What's the difference between American Castlevania 4 and the Super Famicom Castlevania 4? I don't know about differences. Does anybody know what the differences are? Is there any upcoming game that I'm excited for? I want to try out the new Monkey Ball when it comes out. I don't ever have high hopes because they've never gotten one right since GameCube. So I'm sure they're going to mess it up somehow. But that's something I want to try and see. But I can't say I'm psyched because I have no hope. I have no hope for that. So I don't know. Would you ever consider doing a second loop of Castlevania Chronicles? I was doing that, actually. I have the videos on YouTube. It's from a really long time ago. I think that might have even been when I was streaming on YouTube. I was doing that. I have like a second loop of... I don't know if I made it, but I think I did a couple streams of like Loop 2. I might have beat Loop 2, actually. I have to go look and find the stream, but I did that a long time ago. Have I played Jump King? I did. I played it on stream. I didn't really like that much. It was like kind of fun for a little bit, but I was like, I was just getting like annoyed with it, but not in a funny haha this is fun way, more like a I hate this way. It was just annoying to me. Come across any decent Castlevania ROM hacks lately? Not lately. Oh, actually there was a cool one I did not too long ago. It was Castlevania like Super Mario. It's on my YouTube channel. I did it a few months ago. That was kind of cool. So that one, or it was like Mario Castlevania or whatever that was. I like that. What about the new Contra? Did you like it? Now, they added in all these perks and stuff, which I don't believe Castlevania should have. You know? So, and the graphics looked kind of, along the lines of a mobile game, and on and on and on. I had a bunch of problems with it. So, I didn't really like it, no, unfortunately. As far as games like that, though, that are newer, like Blazing Chrome, I remember being really good, and I'd like to play Blazing Chrome again. That I liked. Did I play the new TMNT game? Which one? I mean, do you mean Shredder's Revenge? I did a stream on it. If you mean that, yeah. I did like a stream and a video, I think, on it. But if there's, oh wait, isn't there there's gonna be a TMNT roguelike. Did you guys hear about the TMNT roguelike? I forget what it's called. I don't know if that's out yet, but I was interested in that maybe. It is called Splinter's Fate or something. Is it out? I think it's... Well, the thing about that is it's been out for a long time on, like, Apple Arcade, but I'm not gonna, like, set that up. But I think it's coming out on Switch and stuff. So... But I'm not sure if it's out. But I would try that, maybe. Splinter's Cake? Yeah, it's called Splinter's Cake. He has a lampshade on his head, and it's great. It's Splinter's birthday party. That's the game I want to play. Alright, guys. That's it. That's Castlevania 4. I'll see you next time for something else. Drop some comments on my YouTube channel. Let me know what you want me to play. Alright, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye.